All right, we are live. Just going to get a few things set up here. All right. Hello, everybody. Let me come on here. What's up? Let me get my screen share going. I am coming off of being sick. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Bless me with knowledge. Good morning, Meezy. We'll see what we can do, man. The market has been a little tough, man. You know, so I know a lot of people are kind of curious how I'm playing it, how other people are playing it. So we'll chat a little bit about that. Honestly, when the market does a lot of what it's doing, I'm usually less active and more holding. We are going to use Ask Thor here and see what kind of call it gives us on Sol USD. I'm curious what it's saying. I had done a previous call in which it had told me to do a short here, and I listened to it, but I closed it out way too soon. And if I would have held it longer, I would have made a lot of money. ARK dumping again. Yeah, I mean, everything's dumping. ARK's following it. So, yeah, I mean, you can see, look, Sol's dumping. So a lot of things are. We're trying to see if we can make some money here. We'll there's not a ton going on as far as like new coins popping off and stuff like that. There'll be a few new ones that I think will be coming up. I know they excuse me, they have the what's it called? I forget. There's one that's been people have been talking about. The one that did the pre-sale and they're giving all the money back. That one. I know that one's going to be dropping. That one should do some good volume. All right. What's the app you use to get the calls? Oh, this is Thor. So Cyberfrogs, they've come on. We've done a call with them before. It's an AI trading bot basically. But essentially what it does is you have to pay for it. You pay more if you don't have a Cyberfrogs, and if you have one, then you pay less if you have a Cyberfrogs. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this. This is gonna take a few minutes. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go get some water. I'm still getting off of being sick from a pretty bad case of the flu. So give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Oh, I got a jacket too. My body is from the flu has been struggling to regulate its temperature. So I get like these crazy cold spells, which is just what happened, and I get freezing, even though I have no fever anymore. Oh, sweet. Did you get in the project or are you just using the tool? No, I'm not in the project. I'm just using the tool. Let me refresh it here. Yeah. All right. So you basically need to look whenever it does the calls at the different time frames. So in the 15-minute, it's saying that if it were to get to 191, which hopefully it doesn't, that's pretty far down, then that'd be a good opportunity to do a long. On the 1 hour, it's also got two longs at the same spot, 191. Nothing on the 4 hour. And on the 1 day, it's way down here. Yeah, so essentially, it does look like it could fall pretty low at this point. Will I be using Cleopatra when it gets released to the public? Maybe. I'm not sure. Link for the tap tool. You can literally see it right here on the screen live. It's called taptrade.io. But also, you can just go to where I told you here, Cyberfrogs. They have Linktree. You can find it there. You can go to their Discord. All that good stuff. That was a big candle right there. Yeah, I'm probably... Honestly, I'm just going to close out of this pool and just sell. So it kind of sucks right now. I'm live streaming, and right now, just all of the coins are following Sol. And Sol has just been ridiculously volatile. Good morning. Good morning. And so it's kind of crazy because there's really not a ton of pools for me to just be like, all right, this is what we're going to do. So we'll probably end up just doing some education. I've already lost a little bit today. You can see I'm very good at buying high and selling lower. But that's okay. And so we'll probably do a little more education today. I'm also going to be talking about like kind of some good ideas of things to do as far as like general portfolio and things like that, right? Because it seems like there are there's just a lot of coins. Oops. There's a lot of stuff not doing well today. I apologize as well if my brain takes a minute to process what I'm trying to say. Normally I talk pretty quick, but I am getting off of the flu, and I found that my brain is not working quite as well as I would like it to. So, but I'm on two different wallets right now. Basically, what I'm doing is it looks like Solana is about to dip down to at least 193, if not down to 190, 191-ish area. And so basically, I'm just preparing my bags for that, right? And so this is something that I think is good to do. It's not good to just bag hold stuff, right? Things that I believe in that are good long term. A lot of those I'll get out of as well. And so that's what I'm doing. I haven't been doing this super well the last few days because I've been sick. But essentially, if you can, timing the market well, watching Sol dipping, and then seeing that obviously the other main coins and things like that follow it, and then making good decisions off of that, right? That's really, really important. And so like right now, I have a decent reserve here that I'll just keep the same. I actually removed some of this Sol to be able to use it for some stuff earlier. But you'll see that I'm removing a lot right now as a lot of this is starting to dip. I probably could have done it a little bit earlier, but that's what we're doing right now. And so I know normally when y'all watch me, I'm showing y'all the different strategies of what to do and get it out of different pools and so on and so forth. But actually right now, what I want to do is to set myself up for success. And so on both my different wallets, I'm preparing that, right? Because it does look like Sol is going to dip down further. Again, could come all the way down to like 191 or so. It may not come that low, but it definitely looks like it's going to dip more. And so instead of writing it out, which sometimes I do, in this instance, I don't want to do that. Would you be able to give some information on a compound interest strategy? For example, a good pool for that you think could be quite consistent throughout the year, like Jupe USDC maybe? Yeah, let me come back to that Luck NHA. Let me again, let me do some of this, what I'll call maintenance, portfolio maintenance here. And so actually, as I'm swapping some of this, some of it I swapped into Sol already, but some of them I'm going to swap into USDC. And we're also going to test out doing a short call here. I don't do a ton of perpetuals, but I don't necessarily recommend you do this using leverage, but we're going to try it out. Thor is not saying that I should do this necessarily. It's not saying that it will go to 191, but based on the information, it looks like it could come down. And so the way that I do the perpetuals is I just watch them closely. If it comes up, I just take the loss. Like if it looks like it's going to do the reverse, I don't just like hold it forever. And I'm okay just taking a little bit of a loss. And then I'll just hold it and watch it go down until I feel like it's not going to anymore. So we'll come back to that. But I also want to swap some Sol, which essentially this is the same thing, right? When you swap Sol to USDC, you're essentially shorting it. So I'm essentially doing the same thing, just the perps one I did with leverage. So you don't have to use perpetuals and leverage to short Sol. You can just swap your Sol to USDC. And then once it dips to where you think, then you buy it back, hoping that it comes back up. And so you can short that way. But I am actually, I'm gonna stable up more than this, because I have so much Sol in JLP already in DeFi Tuna that it makes sense to me to just stable up most of this if I do think that Sol is going to dip down, which I do, and I could be wrong. I'll take the loss if it ends up coming back up or something, you know, but I just want to, I look at the chart, kind of get an idea what I think could happen, and then try to prepare for it. Are you going to open a USD Sol pool with the swap USDC? No, sir. I'm Mongo. I am not doing that. Check SSE. I've checked SSE a bunch. I just got out of SSE earlier. Yeah, it's dumping. It's doing the same thing that it did earlier. If you have time, can you show how to get analytics and possibly entry points on Thor? Thanks, brother. Any info on Cleopatra Bot? I haven't done anything with Cleopatra Bot. Y'all know normally I try to stay on top of DeFi, AI, DeFi, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But like I said, I've been sick since like last Friday, and so it's been a pretty rough weekend for me and my wife. Is Meteora Vault safer than DeFi Tuna? I don't know what you mean by safer. Can you tell me what you mean by that? Check S risky. I'm gonna ban you if you keep saying that. Sorry. I already checked it, and it's not one that I'm interested in looking at right now. Crazy managed to get beta access myself and loving it. Hey, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I want to look into it more, as well as some other things. But yeah, I personally just haven't had a chance to look into it enough. It does seem pretty cool. I've not used Solana pools on Crystal. What is Crystal? Like, can you give me a place to look it up, like for reference? I have no idea what that is. I'd be happy to look at it though. Yeah, it looks like Sol is dipping here a good bit. So you can see you're made $300 on the dip here so far. I think it'll end up going a good bit lower, at least down to 195, 194-ish, if not all the way down to 190, 191-ish. We'll have to see. Which, if it does get down to the 190, 191-ish, then Thor has indicated that we should long at that point. It's a pretty strong supports there, which makes sense. So we'll be watching that. But even I don't recommend using leverage perpetuals like this unless you like really know what you're doing. But one way that you can short Sol is doing exactly what we just did, which is transfer your Solana to USDC. If you're looking at a chart and it looks like it's going to dip, here you can see there was different supports. This is actually a 1 hour chart. I should probably look at the 15-minute chart. But significant supports that it dipped below here, like these previous ones here and here at 202 and 203-ish, that it's likely it would continue to fall because the next support isn't until around this 191 area, which is the one that Thor was saying if it hit, it'd be a good place to long. See, the interesting thing about Thor is that it's not saying that it will go to 191. It's just saying that there's a high chance it could, and if it does, that you would want to long there. It doesn't tell you when that could happen. It could happen at a later time, or it could happen sooner. It's saying if it happens soon, because it's using this 15-minute chart, then that'd be a good time to do it. It also has some 1 hours, and the 1 hour actually matches up with the 15-minute, being that there's a 191 here. So yeah. Yeah, I sold Grift and Art. Just for now, I'll buy them back. Do you switch all the AI coin to USDC when you anticipate Sol to drop? I don't always do this. It's just that Sol has been so volatile. And honestly, it's at a point now where it looks like it could kind of free fall a little bit. And so that is why I did that. It looks like again, it may not. I could be completely wrong here. It looks like it's going to fall pretty hard here. I mean, if you just look at this, look, there's nothing here, no support except for this right here, these two. And so there's nothing for it to be supported with along the way down. And so could it find its own support somewhere between here? Absolutely. That happens all the time. But I don't know that it will happen. So we'll see. Crystal is another ALMM tool, automated liquidity market maker. This guy gets a little bit of fame and suddenly starts threatening to ban people. No, I've always said this, like people that spam coins, like people that ask me to look at a coin, I'll look at it. But after I've looked at it, if they continue to like ask that kind of stuff, I don't have any tolerance for people that just don't listen. Like they just don't care. You know, they're just here to try to promote a coin because they're scared their bags are down. You know, it's like there's no point in doing that. So I would say that I don't even have a little bit of fame. I don't think that fame is even close to what I have. They seem to offer pretty big APY pools. Also, upcoming airdrop at the end of the month. Is that for Crystal you're talking about or something else? What would be your protocol to get back into these positions to then ride back up? What would be your protocol to get back into these positions to then ride back up? I mean, basically, I'm just watching, and so like a lot of these are again they're following Solana, but sometimes they move on their own as well. You can see like ARK is maybe trying to do something here. And so basically, I'm just looking for a combination of like Sol to look like it's going to reverse and come back strong. And then also just watching the individual charts of the coins like ARK and Grift and stuff like that to see whenever they're going to reverse as well. I mean, they're all like, you know, down a decent amount right now. So I just think it's smart to set yourself up for success and again, like don't feel like you need to hold on to something forever. You know, like I really like Grift and ARK. Both teams, both, you know, everything they're doing is really, really great. ARK's one that's just outperformed so many things for so long. It dips less than others and it goes up. It rebounds way more than others. And so that's the one that I'll put the most back into. Excuse me. But there's no point in me holding it if I think that it's going to dip more. And so I don't always do this. It's just that this seems to me to be like a pretty clear indication that Sol could fall like a good bit further. You can see the MACD is showing that as well. Yeah, the RSI. What's interesting is when it came down to like just a few days ago, really, really low here, the RSI was only 29. There's points in which the RSI was lower here where the price was much higher. Let's see. I think Crystal is better than HawkFi. It doesn't allow automations on all pools though. I still just like if someone can tell me how to find it, like I typed in Crystal, but I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess I could just type in like Crystal DeFi, like is this? It's literally Crystal DeFi. Did I just guess that? Where does Thor show you the possible entries? This red line here, it also says the entry point right here, 191. So it's not saying it will go to this. It's saying if the price of Sol hits this, that you should take a long. And then it shows you your take profits based on like how high it comes back up. From flu to fame, yeah. Riz, Thor is a it's not a bot, but it's like they call it that, but it's like an AI. It's been around for a long time, well before like AI was a thing, but it's basically an intelligent bot that is able to give calls. So you just pay for them. And it gives calls that show you, where to long, short, stuff like that. It's got a really good history and has a lot of success. It would be good because we can copy your strategies on there because it shows people's strategies. That's it. I've used it. They have high fees though. Crystal Finance, Crystal app, nice one. So it's crystal.app, Crystal Finance. So it's not this, it's not Crystal DeFi, it's Crystal Finance. Oh, that was it? Okay. Oh yeah, literally today they allowed auto rebalance on Solana. Let's take a look at them. What's weird is like I've just never even heard of Crystal. Like, how is that even possible? Like being in the DeFi space, there's no one that I've talked to that has used this before. Isn't that weird? I mean, it looks like they have tons of followers. There's so many people building in the space. It's crazy. It's bigger on the ETH chain. I gotcha. So, okay. Oh, it's what the is it not on Solana? I'm confused. There's there's no Solana option. Overheard you did some work in Honduras. I'm from El Salvador. Not in Honduras. I was in Central America though. Oh, Mesval, I've got positions opened in Solana. A referral code for Tap Trade. I don't know how to get one. I'll see if I can find one. I don't know if I need to have a CyberFox to get one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can get one. Oh wait, is this it? Oh yeah, this is it. Here you go. I copied it. I'll post it here. And if you use it, use my referral code. There it is. So you're saying I have to filter, but to get to Sol, but go to all pools. It should just be just above blast, second to last. To all pools. Let's just look at like swaps in token representative point. I mean, this is like all the strategies right here. They don't have any automated for Sol. They just posted that they do have automated for Sol starting today. Right here, like when will auto rebalance be available in Solana? Well, the moment you waited for is finally here. This was 6 hours ago. I wanted to learn some things today watching stream, and this dude has you stuck on some crystal BS. Well, if you watch, maybe you will learn some things, including how I find different DeFi things and then see if they're good to use to be able to make money. This is one way of doing that. This is how I find out about DeFi tuna. This is how I find out about HawkFi. This is how I find out about a lot of different things that help people. So, yeah, Crystal could be good. I don't know if it is. I'm considering just building my own DeFi platform. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, maybe it's just not out yet. They said they released it today, but who knows? I'll come back to it and check it out. Maybe cool. Who knows? I'll follow them and see what else comes up. Have you seen the Goose Dow lookup? It's dope. I don't know what the lookup is now. I know Goose Dow's doing good stuff though. All right. I like I said, coming off the flu, don't feel amazing. So I'm only going to do this for a little bit longer. But I do want to help with some education side of things, right? So as y'all saw, I stabled up a lot of stuff, right? I am betting on Sol going a little bit lower here. And so that's why I stabled up on everything. I'm still holding like a large amount of JLP and Sol here. And so, like, obviously, I'm doing this. I don't have any DeFi tuna pools open. I don't have any Meteora pools open. And the reason why is because Sol is dipping, right? And so, like, I could set up some different situations to be able to capture the dip. But honestly, right now, it's so volatile and so unpredictable that I'd rather just kind of back out of it just a little bit, wait for it to do its thing, and then reset up all my pools that way, right? And so, like, obviously, when y'all come and join a stream, like many different times, I've had stuff set up where it's like, all right, hey, this is the token we're going to go into. This is how I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it, right? But there's honestly just not a lot right now. Like SSE was one that I was looking at earlier, and it dumped a ton. And so it's like, okay, maybe that's not the best one to get into. Or, looking at these different coins, there's not a ton of good coins. There's a ton of trash coins out right now. And so, like, you just have to be careful, choose the right ones. I'm trying to stay out of stuff that's like below 10 or 15 million market cap. Every now and then I'll put a small sizing into it if I think it's legit. But overall, I'm trying to get into stuff that's like 30 million market cap or more, right? That's the stuff that I'm interested in. I'm trying to hold on to a lot of the stable stuff that I know is going to do well long term, like ARC, like Grift, and things like that. So these are tokens that I'm interested in long term. How do you manage Sol USDC and JLP Sol pools? I mean, when they are out of range, especially downside, you swap 50/50 and reset the pool. Um, yeah, exactly. Hash Eclipse on YouTube. He said, yes, it's wise not to trade just for the sake of trading. Best to wait things out to get better. Yeah. And so the idea is that you don't want to just to trade. And so for me, like, could I have good content and education to try to help y'all? Yeah, but like, I'm not going to just open a pool just to do it, right? Like, I'm not going to just lose money because there's just not an opportunity right now. The opportunity is in watching Sol go down. And so I stabled up my tokens. I put in a small short play here, which you can see I'm up $519 down at the bottom here as this dips. And I think it'll continue to dip further. And so we'll try to capitalize on that. You can always make money in down markets, right? You can make money just by stabling up, selling your stuff for staples, and then as it goes down, buying it for cheaper than what you got in than you originally sold it for. Or you can set up some one-sided bid-ask pools. Like if you really like something like ARC or maybe a different coin, right? Like if you think it's going to keep going down, then you can set up a one-sided bid-ask as it goes down. And then once it comes back up, you'll earn some fees on the way back up, right? This is also a really great strategy as the market goes down and may pick back up. But you need to realize that, like, if you're reading something like Sol and you're like, okay, I think that it could come down to like this 191 area, maybe not, but it could come down this low, then I need to make sure that I'm looking at, okay, that means that maybe ARC is going to also come down like fairly low here. And so you want to make sure you set up your range correctly when you're doing that. Again, for me, I'm coming off the flu. Right now, I'm trying to keep it pretty easy. Sometimes the easiest and most boring thing is the best thing that you can do. And I know that's hard. People like to see flashy numbers. They like to see big numbers. They like to, all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, the best thing that you can do is just making the smartest decision. In this instance, for me, I feel like that's just kind of sitting back, holding back, and letting Sol do its thing, see where it's going to go. It does look like it's just going to continue to fall at this point. But maybe it fights back sooner. Maybe it doesn't make it down to 191. We'll see. Token guys flu game right now. Yeah, exactly, dude. This is my flu game. Yeah, I mean, I legit like I don't feel good right now at all. Like, I'm a fairly enthusiastic person, and so like I'll probably, I can fight through that and stuff. But like my whole body, like I have cold chills right now. My whole is just like throbbing. So, and I don't have I don't have fever anymore. The fever broke, but you're still dealing with all the side effects and everything from it. So y'all can probably hear that I sound nasally, but other than that, I like that reference though. Lucky NFT, that's funny. The Jordan, the Jordan flu game, super epic. What is the best strategy for a coin that might be reversing and you expect it to go up? Um, it depends. D-Rock, have you bought the coin yet, or are you just waiting to buy it? OMS Val, cool man. I'll check it out. Thanks. Looks like SSE is trying to reverse. I'm not worried about going back to SSE right now. We've looked at it multiple times. It could. You're waiting. Okay, so if you haven't bought it yet, D-Rock, you're saying what is the best strategy for a coin that might be reversing and you expect it to go back up? I mean, honestly, you want to buy it and then set up a one sided on the way up, right? I mean, if you think it's only going to go up from where it's at, that's essentially what you do. You can set up a bid ask or a spot. A bid ask is if you're expecting it to go up like a pretty significant amount fairly quickly. Spot, if you expect it to kind of range a while as it like slowly moves up, spot might be better. Hash clips, what the heck is that? Barakin launchers tomorrow. Oh, launches. Barakin is what is that word? Launches tomorrow. I wonder if it can be proven. Oh, please. I don't have courage to short anything. Hey, look, I totally understand. The best way to like short something is not necessarily to just use leverage, especially if like you're trying to figure stuff out. You would take your Solana and just staple it into stables. So you just trade your Solana into USDC. Oh, Bear chain, gotcha. I don't mess with other chains. I don't know if is that a separate blockchain? Um, I pretty much am just straight on Solana. But yeah, you don't have to necessarily short like in this instance where you're doing leverage. You can just short it by stabling it because that's what you're doing, right? Like if you have Solana and you sell it for USDC because you expect it to go down, you're shorting it. That's what you're doing. Bro, how do I get my Twitter to be less political? Does anybody notice this? Like, I guess it's Bitcoin Magazine. This is specifically with crypto stuff like this. I get like random videos too, and I'm like, I always just take these, and I'm like, I don't want this. Of course, Elon Musk stuff's gonna pop up, but I'm like, I don't get on Twitter to like look at crazy videos. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to look at funny videos, I go on YouTube. Oh, is that Jesse? Look at that. That's cool. Also, like, look, there's people like this that are like, yeah, bro, Luca Nets is marketing genius. This is obviously Luca Nets is Pingu, but like everything's down right now. So like it's hard to like say like one coin, one project, whatever, like is bad because it's down, right? Like you could be like, oh, Grift is so far down. It was, all the way up to whatever, almost 200 million market cap. Yeah, 190, right? And it's like, oh, now it's at 40 mil. It's a rug. No, it's the market is down, right? I mean, look at ARK. ARK's way down as well. Like I can go into it, but they went way down here. Any coin that you look at, major coin, they're all down right now. You look at Trump, you look at you look at any of the popular coins, they're all down. And so don't think that like just one coin or one project is like doing something terrible. It's like you have to look at the market as a whole. I just opened a pool Alpha Soul with 100% Soul minus 50%. What do you think? What do you mean by that? Vitor Vieira. Filter words and also click not interested. You can borrow Sol and swap to USDC at shorting too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm okay saying some political stuff. I just don't like it when it's like way overdone. Range, oh, negative 50 to 0%. Alpha Sol bid ask. I don't know what alpha is. Oh, wait, I have seen this coin. Let's see what you said, Bitter. I just opened a pool, Alpha Sol, with 100% Sol. What do you think? And you did bid ask. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna follow kind of what's going on with a lot of different stuff right now in dip. The volume on this is actually pretty good. Why is this not in the top trending chart? I remember seeing this. What is alpha? It was trending when I was sick. Okay. I mean, it's got a lot of followers. Huh. It's a meme coin? Is there anything to it? Is it just a meme? Yeah, I'm sad I missed this. I guess it just happened like in the last day or two, huh? Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about it because it's just a meme coin. Like, I'm not sure how well it'll do, but it looks like it could be dipping more. Yeah. Soul is fighting, man. It's fighting. Looks like it might come up here. I'm just gonna close out of this. It's like 250 bucks, which is cool. The I don't think I've already like I think on the short term it might come up a little bit, but I still think in the long term it's going to come down. But just to be safe, I went ahead and did that. And then crap, I forgot to sell a coin on my other account. Let me see here. All right. There we go. How are you guys? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Yeah, that's true. Happy hump day. Wouldn't 100% USD pool do well right now? 100% USD pool, like for a Sol, like with a Sol USDC pair? It could. So again, just need to make sure you have the right range on it, but I think it could do well. All right. Hey, look, I'm sorry if today I haven't been able to give as good of education or alpha or whatever we're used to on these things, but I really do appreciate you. We have literally 500 people on right now that have watched, which is pretty massive. And thank y'all so much. I do stream every Monday and Wednesday. I've been super sick, and so thank y'all again for being here. I need to hop off. I gotta go take care of myself. I need to try to get something in my stomach and get a bit of rest because I'm pretty exhausted still. But it's good to be able to come on, check out the market. I'm still betting on Solana coming down, everything else coming down a little bit. It might bounce back up a little bit before coming back down. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it just bounces back up from here. That could be pretty good as well. If so, I'll be watching. I stabled a lot of stuff around the 200, 201 price range. And it looks like it's all going to rebound and come back up. Then I'll swap out of that and yeah, and we'll let it ride back up. I really appreciate y'all though. And I'll be looking to do more content as well, like videos and stuff, not just my live stream. So y'all make sure to watch out for that as well. And I will see y'all next time. I appreciate it. See y'all.